The feminine is tired, and I have been feeling it. I have been seeing it. I have been witnessing it and having conversations with women who are really struggling right now. From single mothers, too many single mothers I know that don't have the fathers present in relationship to the children or even financial support. And then single women that don't feel like there are enough good men out there to rely on and to lean into during these times. And why I wanted to share this is because it is like the secret conversation that's being had amongst other women. And then there's a fear of vulnerability of exposing that and sharing that women are leaning on women because there are not enough reliable men.
Y'all want to be independent.
There are a lot of us that feel like we're holding so much for our communities and for ourselves that it's hard to kind of put it down and to rest. Whether it's for they're holding space, other women are holding space for their children, for their communities, for their families, for each other. And
you wanted to be independent.
It's really hard to feel there are solid men within our communities that can hold us so that we can rest for a moment. Check in on the women in your communities, whether they're single mothers, whether they're just sisters out in the world doing their thing.
Their baby daddies should check on
the women in your life. Ask how they're doing during these times.
Why?
Even at a minimum.
Okay, well, we'll start with Chris. Chris, the topic she was talking about, there's not enough men to lean on in today's times, and they're leaning on women. Do you agree with her?
She over there smashing right now.
They told men not to approach.
You said what, Chris? It's okay. We'll go to someone else and then we can come back. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. What you eating, baby?
I was watching the thing. No, she's wrong.
Wait. What are you eating?
I was eating a Ritz cracker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I was going to say she's wrong. It's not that there's not meant to be on. They've pushed men away. These feminists, they've pushed the men away. But then they say, "Oh, we're strong, independent women." But then they want someone to lean on, and then they say, "Oh, but we want a man, but there's no men." But then they don't cater to the man. They go around in circles. These silly women.
Chris,
I'd agree.
I agree with her. I agree.
Huh?
Are you from England?
I'm from New York originally, but I grew up in London. So yeah, I
have to hear. Okay.
I have the accent.
Yes. Yeah.
Does anybody disagree with Chris?
Nah, she's right. Women literally have been telling men for decades, not 5 years, not 10 years, decades, 3, 4, 5 decades. Leave us alone. We make our own money. We can do everything a man can do. You can't say that and then claim men should check on you. You are tired. I mean, men work till they're 70 years, 80 years. Married men have to work till those years because they need to provide for the family. But if you tell a man you don't need him, you can also work till you're 70, till you're 80. I mean, that it's a consequence. You can't have it all, ladies.
Halfway. That lady was touching on a lot of different things. I think two things can be true at the same time. I mean, we just spoke to it. Anton spoke to it about the gayness, but I really think it boils down to masculinity and how it's missing in a lot of men. But I also know that there are good men that women, I've been guilty of it, that have not prioritized good men in their life based on
accountability. I like
things that they can see, whether they're not tall or they're not in shape or they don't have any hair or they have small packages, different things like that. So
she's right.
These are things that I've heard. So
we big overhead.
Big on head. What?
I said we big over here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, more power to you, shit.
I don't know about down there, but we big up here. Man, y'all know about them niggas.
You gotta chill.
I gotta give Delina flowers. This is the first time for all the videos I've been reacting to when Delina is on the panel This is the first time I've heard her take accountability. I can't. So, Deline, if you're watching this, shout out to you for the first time. I'll give you credit.
He got nose. Niggas got nose.
But overall, she is right. We do need to check on the women. We need women in the world, and we need to make sure that they are looked after, they are cared for, and they are valued, because we provide value to each other. So we need to definitely take care of our women and one another.
Nah, I disagree.
You know, I saw
I'm sorry.
something.
In the
I
video,
saw
did she
something.
say that women are scared to voice their opinion about how they feel tired
That's a lie.
in this society?
No,
Because that's all I see on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Just women just saying how tired they are of everything in the society. All they talk about is they tired of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tired of
I
men.
don't understand what she mean by women are scared to voice their opinion. Where?
They be saying that they tired of
That's all they talk
That's all
about is how
TikTok
tired
is.
they
I
are.
didn't
TikTok
think
is
about
And
that.
then
is
and
covered
then
with them.
and then she want to say that women it's a lack of men in this society for women to lean on. Women don't want to lean on no men. Last
Exactly.
time I checked, we was independent women.
Mm-hmm.
Last time that's what I was told. I was told that we
Facts.
supposed to be independent woman and we're not supposed to lean on no man, care about no man. We're supposed to be the boss babe and almighty powerful women. That's what I was taught.
That's true. Ladies, if you want to turn off a man on a date, especially a man you're meeting for the first time, try to talk about how much money you make, how much your career focused on a date. Even if he doesn't ask you, right? If you want to turn off a man, try to tell him how much of an independent woman you are. Any man of substance in that moment, I don't care if you're at 11 out of 10, like you're the baddest of the baddest. Any man who knows what he wants is going to be turned off. Now, he may still clap them cheeks. I'm not saying he's just going to drop you, but taking you seriously, it's just going to do something to him. It's going to be like, okay, you're independent, but I'm here. Because men like to feel needed.
So I don't understand what she's talking about. I don't understand what world she's living in, what social media timeline she's in, because that's all women talk about. All women talk about is how they hate men. So why would there be any men for women like her to lean on? All she talk about is how she's tired of men, and women like her, all they talk about is how they hate men. And so why would there be any men at her disposal for her to lean on? Don't no man want to lean on no woman that constantly complaining about she tired and this, that, and the third. She a nag. Don't nobody want to. I don't want you to lean on me.
Fact.
She talking about lean on other women. Don't lean on me.
Fact.
I don't want you to lean on me. I don't care. I don't care that you're tired. Because y'all, this is the life y'all sold me. This is what y'all told me to do. Growing up, y'all told me to be the strong, independent woman. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody tired. I don't care.
Like Aaliyah.
Did we gather that she's tired of the poor relationships that we have with men? Because at first it sounded like she was speaking from a tired of having to like put in the same amount of work as men. Because I personally think we don't need to be out there working like that. We need to be in the house, And
nah, Darlene. Women spend 60 years, maybe even more, saying they want to go out and work like men, saying everything a man can do, they can do. Oh, now all of a sudden, now that you've realized you have to pay all these bills, and you've realized you may have to work until you're 75, now you've realized you're tired, now you want men back? No. You can't have it both ways. No.
Outside and do certain things when we want to. That's what I was hearing at first, and then she added the stuff about the kids, you ain't helping out, and all this other type of stuff. So I really want to know, what is the point of her video? What is she speaking to? Tired?
She was all over the place.
Tired of,
she was all over the place. She wasn't really like anything specific. She was all over the place. But I mean, she even said something like, "Well, now it's women leaning on women," and I'm like, it bothers me because I saw something the other day, and I think the statistics are so true that men dominate pretty much majority of all working fields out there. Anything out there, men still dominate all of them, right? So we want to talk about women trying to lean on women, whereas the very society that men and women live in is supported by men. But yet her premise is, well, the women are suffering as a result of it. But the culture is saying divest from men, remove yourself from a man. We don't need a man, but fundamentally it doesn't support anything like that. But now that women are having to put themselves in men's spaces, unfortunately they're getting lonelier and lonelier. Like the other day I was just driving around and I'm seeing more and more, not older or like it doesn't look like they're drugged or cracked out, but women on the side of the streets with signs.
Yeah, homeless women.
Women on the side of the streets with signs saying, you know, I need food and all this stuff.
Oh, they're not legal citizens.
They're white women. They're white women.
Oh, you seen one? Okay, well, they can.
A couple of them.
But she couldn't believe that. She out there white.
There are people from Russia that not supposed to be here. I will tell you, seeing the women that have the sign, please help me, I need food, and they got the baby outside too. They be having houses.
Going back to the video, I think that some women, that woman was, you know, pretty, like, she thought that her looks was gonna get her through. She thinks that
I hardly could hear
her boobs was out the whole time.
So loud.
Yeah, her boobs were out. Mariam talked about it.
Somebody in the comments said premature, please.
Wait, let me just think. So they think that their looks, some girls think that their looks are gonna get them to a certain point, and when that doesn't happen, they become bitter. She sounded a little bitter. She didn't address the fact that she picked those guys that she was with. She gave them
that's if she even picked any guys. You know what I mean? Honestly, because to be honest, I'm gonna cut the ladies some slack, especially the pretty ladies, right? The beautiful ladies. Because do you guys know what it means to be approached by men almost every single day from the time you turn 18? Sometimes even before you turn 18. All the way, and you have constantly men approaching you because you're a beautiful woman. It can mess with your head. So for the first time, I'm gonna give some ladies I'm gonna cut them some slack. Honestly, it must be overwhelming because sometimes I think about it. I'm like, okay, Boogie, imagine women were approaching you every single day in your DMs, on social media, on Instagram, on dating apps, at work, in school. Imagine women are approaching every single day. It will be very hard for me to choose. Now, maybe I could clap all them cheeks, right? But it will be very hard for me to choose just one to settle down. So I understand where the pretty ladies are coming from. It's very hard to choose when you have all these constantly approaching you.
She gave them some pussy, and they, you know, stay with her till it was over. Now she's bitter. She got a kid.
How do you know all that? You are making so many assumptions.
Just told you.
You don't know all that.
Did you watch the video? Did you watch it or no? You watched it with your own opinion, or did you watch it?
You're projecting. She didn't say all of those things.
She did not say any of that.
She's tired of no good men. They can't step up and
that don't mean all
that
stuff you just said doesn't mean any of that. You just made all that up.
She made herself
a backstory for this lady. She didn't say any of that.
She made herself a victim of her own doing. She's a victim of her own choices.
Fact. That's true.
If you rob a bank, you're going to go to jail. If you pick a person that for his look, you know what? I don't hear a lot of ugly women talking like her. I don't.
They do.
I know a lot of ugly women with 3, 4 kids thinking they fly and all that. Where they at? Where the men at? You know what I'm saying? They not talking like her. She thought her looks and her makeup and all that was going to take her to the world. Now she's 35, is drying up.
I promise you, it's a lot of ugly women out here.
Need a cotton band-aid.
There's somebody for everybody shampoo. You would know.
That's not true.
coming out of you, you might need a band-aid.
I honestly don't believe that. The whole bullshit of there's somebody for everybody, I don't believe that bullshit. I don't believe it not a chance. You know what I mean? Because if that was the case, people wouldn't be single. People wouldn't die single. Clearly, there's not somebody for everybody. You get what you negotiate, you get what you deserve or what you work for. Whether relationships, whether it's work, anything in life, you have to work for it. But unfortunately, some people don't want to work, especially the ladies, especially the pretty ladies, because they get approached so much, they believe men should just come to them.
Say it loud. Say it with your chest now, because you know I'm coming for you. If you
This
say
is dry. This is dry. I got a abrasion.
No, but to touch on the whole society thing, I think it's a little bit on the feminists. Like the feminists, they kind of sold the bill of goods.
Oh yeah.
To it, and
That's
this
true.
is what we got.
That's true.
It is what it is. Unfortunately, they made promises. They're like, if you get a career, replace your family with a career, it's gonna be all good. But that, I don't know.
No, but I think
Well, actually, no. If you think about it, the government actually, it was pushed, I think, because if you think about it, the government profits more off of 2 people in a household, taxing 2 people in a household. So if you take the woman out of the household and the what is that, like the housewife position, and you put them out to work, you have more money coming out of the household. That's when now that I think about it, like it's all about money. The money. It's like, what is the benefit of having the women in the home if we could just profit more out of, putting them to work, just like we do?
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that men should be concerned?
Yes.
No.
No.
I do.
No.
No.
Why should men be concerned, big dog?
Because women want it to be independent.
I think men should be concerned because ultimately we're supposed to take care of women.
They don't want to be taken care of.
Me personally, because I have sisters, I wouldn't want to see my sisters in this situation. But it's ultimately up to us because we have to start enforcing the family aspect. We can't rely on women to force the family aspect. We can't rely on somebody outside of our own lives to force the family aspect. I think if dudes really sit down and they start showing that when they're talking to a woman that family is the most important thing and start really pushing that besides having a good time, I think things will start getting back on the right track because people tend to...
No. Men have been saying that. Where does this man live? Men have been saying that for decades. Family first. And women are like, no, career first. Men are like, I want to be a provider. Women are like, no, I'm independent. Don't need your money. Even if they do, you cannot force women to become traditional again. What they want is to get the traditional man, but the traditional man should provide and also let them be modern women. In other words, they want to be in a relationship but act single. You cannot force it. Even if tomorrow all men woke up and became providers and became traditional men, women, it doesn't mean that women are going to follow along. Clearly, they've not been following. I don't know where this guy is living because clearly he's living in Delulu land.
Buy into plans if they think it's going to benefit them. Just coming back to this about her being tired of this and being tired of that. Women started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for them, and men, we started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for us. The plan for the women was, hey, you don't need them, so go out and do everything you want to do. Their plan was for only a small group of women who were trying to get to the top of something. And then once they got to the top, they were like, all right, everybody else fend for yourself. We don't really care if y'all get equality, if y'all don't have a man, because they already have a man at home. And then men, we bought into the concept at first of taking care of women. And then we were told not to take care of women, but we want 50-50. Then men started buying.
No. Women say don't take care of us. Men didn't say it themselves. Men literally respond to what women say. Right? Men have 2 choices. Either they respond, or they don't. Right? And if you don't, guess what? No pussy for you. Unfortunately, that's the game. Right? So when women say, take us on dates, do this, do ABCD to date us, most men follow along. Now, if you can't manage the $500 dinner date like me, then you just got to back out. But for the most part, women say something and then men do that because you know what? Men love women. So whatever women want, men tend to do.
To the 50-50. And then next thing you know, we're here. But it ultimately came, I say that men should be concerned because they know that a man-led household is the strongest household.
They don't know that.
And once they figured out how to, a man-led household is the strongest household at the end of the day.
Used to be.
And once they figured out how to get in the man's psyche to make him feel that he was no longer needed or wanted, it all went to shambles. Just like back in the day with slavery. Once the slave masters realized that they can get the strongest man in the field and buck him and show everybody else that it wasn't worth trying to be big and bad, Once the other bigger men in the field got that and they got to their psyche, they were like, all right, well, we saw what happened to him. We don't want to happen to us. So I think men should be concerned because no revolution ever happens once somebody gives up. And once one person gives up.
What should we do about it? If we should be concerned, what should we do about it?
Go ahead, Mark.
It's gonna take older men.
What?
Take them to do what?
To do what?
It's gonna take. Honestly, I'm a big proponent of mentorship.
How am I a simp? How am I a simp? Because I said a woman looks good because I'm cutting the lady some slack. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels.